Hello, Internet. This is Andrew from the DaebakCast, and before we get into your regularly scheduled episode 25, I just wanted to give a bit of an overview of what sort of was going on when we filmed this. So our original plan was parts 1 and 2 would have been our reactions to KCON, both Friday and Saturday, so I'm just coming off of that right now, so excuse my disheveled appearance. And then parts 3 and 4 would have been dedicated to Produce 101, or Produce 101 Season 2. So, as it happens, our Produce 101 topic ended up going for a full hour and 30 minutes, so we just decided, okay, screw it, let's just make this the full topic for this week's show. So, yeah, the video, since they actually came to my house and filmed here, production quality is a bit okay, and same thing with the audio, so excuse that and excuse like the lowered quality. Hopefully the content of the actual video will more than make up for it. So yeah, without further ado, here is episode 25 of the DaebakCast. Stay creamy.
Okay, anyways,
yeah, all of it.
Now again from another request, we're going to be covering the rest of Produce 101 or Produce 101 Season 2 today, and we watched all of it, and we're just gonna give our general thoughts.
No, it's
6, 7, 8?
6, 7, 8...
9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah, so 6, 7.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna do like first 2 eliminations and then the last 2 eliminations. That makes the most sense. Alright, yep. So where we left off was after episode 5 was the first elimination, so that's when they narrowed it down from 98. Right? It was like 2 people left already.
Yeah.
98 to like, what was it, like 60 something?
7.
Yeah. So that was the bulk of the eliminations. So right after that, they did the next challenge that they did was the position evaluation. So the complicated part about position evaluation is that you got to choose, like they separated into dance, rap, vocals. Just dance, rap, and vocals, and then basically you had to pick whatever song that you wanted, and how you would be like. I guess the hardest part about the challenge is that
you don't know who everyone else is gonna.
Yeah, you didn't. Basically, it was the first number. Go ahead.
So that's something they did differently than season 1.
How they do in season 1?
That you could see who picked what.
Okay, see, because
you knew like.
Like, oh, I don't want to go against Young Jung in vocals.
I could be wrong because it's been a while, but I think that they just lined up in front of the thing.
Oh, so like how they did it, except they didn't hide them behind that crazy maze or whatever.
Yeah,
like
so you could see that, like.
I mean, like I don't know. I mean,
could be wrong though.
And as a result of not seeing who picked what, everybody picked that Jason Derulo song.
Actually, I'm gonna look up.
Yeah, basically what happened is like there were a lot of songs that were top heavy, and basically so like. One person would go behind like the curtain, pick their song, go in the line, and then Bo would be like, "Oh, after a song fills up, it's like, oh, it fills up." And so the complicated part about that is it'd go by whatever your ranking was after the last evaluation. So if you're at the very bottom, even if you're a vocalist, you might have been stuck with a rap song or something, or in the case of Park Woo-dam, who's like I guess the most notable, he was stuck. He was a vocalist and he won.
Stuck in dance.
He won Manse Team 2, but he got stuck in a dance. He got stuck in. He was in Dirty Pop, right? I'm pretty sure he was in Dirty. I'm pretty sure he was in Dirty Pop, but like he could tell he was like. So,
I was impressed by his performance actually in the dance.
That dance?
Well, I just figured he was gonna lag behind because he was so.
I know, because he seemed really like down, like he literally started crying when he realized that he was stuck on a dance team. Because like, well, I mean, you kind of have to know how to dance.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was a little disappointed. It's like. You're trying to be in an idol group, like, you can't cry that you have to dance.
Yeah, especially when you're going to be in a...
No, I mean, I understand, like, basically, if he doesn't get to keep showcasing his vocal...
It's probably gonna
lose. You won't, like, keep up in the public conscious. And
the worst, though, would be if, like, rap was left over, and he had to rap, but he can't rap.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst
some people that were
situation.
In rap that weren't rappers.
Yeah, some people...
But some of them did that on purpose, or, like, did that...
Or like freaking Hyunbin, Kwon Hyunbin from YGK Plus.
Yeah.
He picked
vocals. He's like, I'm doing the impossible.
Didn't he pick Downpour?
Yeah, he picked.
Kwon Hyunbin, someone that literally never had idol training, picked a Downpour by IOI as his vocal song, which is amazing. I mean, I guess just as a general thing, if there's anything like Hyunbin might have been lacking in general in terms of like talent or in terms of skill, but I really appreciate like how like he was really eager to like learn everything. Like, and that's why I can see him making some sort of success in like down the line, because he seems really like willing to learn. Like
because before he was like not putting any work in, and then he realized like, I
need to
step it up. Yeah, but then he really started putting effort in.
Well, because he felt
pretty good.
Because after the last elimination, he felt really bad for having such a high rank when he really didn't feel like his skills are up there. So I think that really pushed him over the... Like, he was a completely different Hyunbin from, like, the one that kept sleeping, like, 5 times a day. And then Hwang Min-yeon got so mad at him. Yeah. But then, I mean, that ended up being... Sorry ended up being, like, the most, like, popular... one of the most popular, covers. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to, like, the... actual group. So you have the list of all the songs, right?
Yeah, so the songs are for vocals. It was Playing with Fire, Downpour by Blackpink, Downpour by IY, Amazing Kiss by BoA, Spring Day by BTS, and If I Were You, which is a drama song.
Okay, so then we'll just talk about the vocal songs. I think for all of us, what most stood out the most was Playing with Fire.
Oh yeah, Playing with Fire.
Like Playing with Fire is, especially with like because that was Jung Se-woon, that was Dongho, Minky, and Lee Dae-wi. So pretty much all like people, all these very like top rank people. So
yep.
I guess what I like about it, I think what everyone liked about it the most, is they really like changed up the song again. Like that was like a lot for the vocalists. For the vocal songs, what they had to do was they had to come up with the instrumentation, or like they had to like coordinate with a band and whatever.
Recompose the song.
I'm glad it came out well, because Sehun and Dongho were like clashing on how they wanted to arrange it.
Yeah, like
but
that.
I'm glad it turned out well.
And it worked out for the better. I mean that was easily one of the best performances. And like again, like and with like, you could easily see that being a group, like Minky's obviously like mostly the visual, but I mean no, he's not that bad at vocals, I think. But and then like with Sehun got to play his guitar, so that was good. And just another thing I don't think we got to mention was how they handled like who got the most votes or whatever. So the unique thing about this, compared to like the cover evaluation, or like the first like challenge that they did, instead of competing against the other teams for like who had like the most votes, how they did it is basically they'd rank each member, or how they did it in the live voting is basically they'd say like, oh, do you want to vote for Minky, and then you say yes or no, or do you want to vote for Dongho, yes or no, and then basically you vote yes or no for each member, and the person that had the most votes gets the benefit. And then for vocalist, out of all of the winners for each position, so vocalist, rap, and then dance, whoever has the most gets another like an additional benefit, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, they got 100.
What else was good? Amazing Kiss was pretty good. Again, I've actually never heard. Have you heard that BoA song before?
No, actually, I thought I had.
Times. That's about it.
Because I have her Korean discography, and there was a album which was like Japanese songs that.
Okay.
But it wasn't on the album, so I actually.
Yeah. What else?
I've just seen it on YouTube, and that's it.
So yeah, like I didn't really hear
that
much.
one was funny though, because like none of them knew the song at all.
Yeah.
Like every single person that picked it was like, I don't know the song. Like, no one had ever heard it. But they did a good job.
Almost no one picked it in the beginning because it's a BoA song, and
that's a lot of pressure for that they had to. Because remember. BoA ended up being like, she was overseas in Japan doing a concert, so she couldn't do like the actual hosting of the in-house the live event. Yeah. So they got Ituk. Yeah. He did a pretty good job covering it. I mean, and that's what. So before she left for Japan, they did a.
She like evaluated.
Yeah, she evaluated them, and like she was just like, I sang this song overseas when I was like 13 or 14 or whatever. So she had like high expectations, but no, I think they did pretty good.
She liked it.
If I remember correctly, Lee Gun-hee from RBW was in that group. So I don't remember that group exactly, but what else from vocals really stood out?
Well, so the order I read them was my order. So after Playing with Fire is Downpour. Downpour was amazing. Which like I was ready to be completely disappointed because like, it's IOI.
Like I know Jisung gets a rap for just being like the variety sort of person, but his vocals are pretty good. And like the vocal line for that was insane in the first place.
Yeah,
I mean, they had. Oh God, who did they have? Like, they had Minyeon in there.
Yeah.
They had Minyeon, they had Hyunbin, they had Jisung. I forget who. I know somebody that made it into the other people that made it into the final group was that. Oh, I forget, but yeah, that performance was amazing, and then they're like. Hey, Hyunbin tried his best, like he was crying most of the time. Like,
Yeah.
He was just saying they just got really emotional, or I think Kim Jae-won might have been in it. I forget. But it like there was like a point in the song where they just all take out their in-ears and they just like bawling and everything. But and then Chungha was actually at the recording or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, just I'm playing it in the background.
She was just on the screen.
Yes. So yeah, basically for just as a general thing, they'd basically like there was a Chungha cam every time that they like something good would happen, they'd just go over the Chungha cam.
Her reaction was.
Yeah, it was Chungha and from Daya.
Oh. But yeah.
That stuff.
But you said you didn't really like Spring Day.
Yeah, so I didn't like If It Were You because I don't remember that song.
Yeah,
at all.
I don't know that song.
It was
really.
not a memorable performance apparently because I don't remember it.
Same for me. I just know it was the ballad, right?
Oh, because it was the first song. It was the
vocal.
very first
And
performance.
It was
so I don't
in
remember.
episode 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chungha cam again.
But then so that one I don't remember. But then Spring Day kind of disappointed me just because like. They sang it like pretty much the exact same way that BTS did. Like the thing is, like the dance they had to choreo, the raps obviously they have to write the rap. The thing that the vocals had to do, like we said, was like recompose the song.
Where they
didn't really do that. They just sang.
Yeah, I mean I liked. Like Iwojin did good for the most part, except he missed his high note, and I mean his voice cracked because if I read correctly or somewhere on like Reddit or whatever, I believe his. Like during the middle of filming, his voice started to drop. So
that's
like he's like 13 or 14. So
range.
Yeah, so like he picked it's complicated for him unfortunately. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say on vocals. So what's the next category?
So dance had Shape of You, Get Ugly, Right Round, and Pop.
Okay, so I mean Pop
Once again, like these are I wrote these in the order of my top to worst.
I mean again,
so Pop was like it was good.
It was good. It was good, but
all the dances were good.
I think nobody wanted to do Dirty Pop, so it was a lot of people that either got stuck with they wanted to pick dance but didn't get that didn't get into Get Ugly or Shape of You.
Yeah.
Or it was people that didn't like Park Woo-dam who didn't actually want to pick dance. So I mean that was okay.
Yeah.
What was the one before that on your list?
Right Round.
Right Round was okay.
I liked Right Round actually. I thought it was
I thought the other three were all good.
That
one was kind of just
I was surprised at how good that one was, and then got better.
Yeah.
For the other.
Okay, so we can talk about Get Ugly has or actually we can leave Get Ugly for last because that has like the most explanation.
Okay.
Shape of You is insane.
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it was No Taehyun of Ardor and Abel did the choreography for that, and shout outs to him. His choreography is insane. Like,
he's the guy from Hot Shot.
Yeah, he's the guy he's Kid Monster from Hot Shot. So, like Nate and I were having a debate of which performance was better, the Shape of You or Bang Bang from season 1. I say it's Shape of You because like the choreography is.
Yeah, Shape of You definitely had the better, like more intense choreography.
It's
Geiger, but I just like
you just like season 1
better
because
it has all of the IOI.
Yeah, it was the Dance Avengers. So and like
it had 4 members of IOI. It had Donnie from MBK who had
Tiara's always
Unbin who got added to CLC, who was one of my favorites. So like that team was just amazing.
Yeah,
so. And Chungha choreographed the whole thing.
So No Taehyun's choreography was insane. Like how they played with the lines and everything was insane. Or like it played well to the song because it was like an EDM remix of Shape of You.
Yep.
But and there was a bit of controversy over how Mnet sort of filmed it because they'd have they called it like shoe cam, where basically they just close up on their shoes and not the actual choreography or whatever. But I think they fixed it they uploaded like a fixed version of it. But this performance was so popular. I believe Shape of You has been in the top 10 like real time charts for the past 2 months, I believe, just because of that performance on.
I'm sure Ed Sheeran's taking them.
Yeah, like Ed Sheeran's like, why am I so popular in Korea right now?
Yeah.
Like just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then with Get Ugly, which you thought would be, Get Ugly was basically like the second Avengers.
Yeah, it was
team.
the Bang Bang team, but they just didn't live up to the expectations.
Because I think, well, obviously,
like it was good. They were good.
It was good.
Was
yeah,
definitely better.
I believe the problem was I think what they were talking about during the show is that there were like 3 or 4 people that all could choreograph. So basically, they were fighting over.
They all had different styles.
Yeah, they are all fighting over what the style of the song would be, and I mean, and there was a lot going on with this during this one. But I mean, we were not talking about much of the elimination or like the ranking stuff because mostly I don't remember. But with this one, I remember specifically because Kim Samuel, he was the center. He was the center for the song, but he was last in voting because apparently there was like a lot of like nonsense that happened where like a lot of fan groups it's Jason Derulo's song, so it's pretty like dirty, so apparently anyone like a lot they had to like shuffle out all the people who are under 18 because of the content of the song.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but Kim Samuel's like 15.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why is he out to perform the song where people can't see the song if they're under 18? That's weird. What? Okay. Anyway, see it. So basically, anyone under 18 couldn't watch it. It was the very last performance because like it's kind of like how Boy in Love was the last performance in the.
It actually, I don't think it was because they cut. Don't show them on TV in the order that they're. Yeah, they showed that last, but I don't think they.
I think it went on last, or people were like that were actually there. There like the rumors were flying around that either it went on last, and like a fan group got kicked out, and they had to restart the performance all over again.
Why'd they get kicked out?
They were trying to take pictures or video or whatever, so it was a giant mess, and again, like how the voting system works, where you can vote yes or no for everyone, what people tried to do is that to ensure that their bias or like whoever they wanted to be like number one in the group got like the most votes, they'd vote yes for people who they thought weren't a threat to their their number one, so that and then they just vote no for Kim Samuel. And so I felt bad for him. Like he thought that like, oh, I'm finally gonna be center. I'm finally center, and then when he saw the like, you could see his like heart drop once he saw like that he was last.
Yeah. So a bunch of people like colluded.
Yeah, basically, because I mean, I don't know if it was maliciously colluding against him.
I think it was just unintentional.
Yeah, it was just unintentional. That's why that's why it's
together.
Yeah, I guess that's just like the danger of having so many good people in one group, where basically you're a part of the group, but at the same time you're competing against them for the votes, which made it was a really weird situation where you're competing against your own teammates.
I guess in this situation you want to have a very
you need to
you want to have a group that's good, but that you can stand out in.
Yeah, that's a thing. All right, that's all for the dance, and then finally rap. Which...
I just want one side note for season 1. Yeah, it was ridiculous because IOI 9 of the 11 members were in dance teams. So like Somi, Chungha, Doyeon, and Yoojung were all in Bang Bang. Chaeyeon, Hyokyoung, and Nayoung and Mina did. So yeah, that was just funny because like this season it was more.
Yeah, I forgot to look back on where everyone ended up in
because then after it was just Sejong and Yeon. Yeah, Sejong did Youngwa Bridge.
Oh shoot! I didn't know they did Youngwa Bridge.
I don't remember. So rap. There were 4 songs. It was Fear.
That was the Simon D.
That's the Simon D song.
Because that
was the like.
It has like 3 different names. Because on Spotify it's called.
It translates in a weird. It has a weird translation.
Because like the hookup part of the song is like who you, and then like I don't know, but I don't really remember much of the rap. Which is the one with Jungwon Book in it again? Fear.
So that's the one with Jonghyun and
It's
Jungwon.
it's the one. It's a song by Mino
And
and,
then-
Taeyong from Show Me the Money.
Yeah.
And so
That was my favorite.
I think that
Yeah.
that had Jonghyun, like New West,
New West Lead.
Jungwon Book,
The other two?
Guanlin.
Oh, Guan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Right.
Guanlin won their voting.
Yeah, Oh no, I think Jonghyun did.
Really?
Yeah.
All I remember is I think Guanlin did a pretty good job of writing his own rap.
Oh yeah. They
For not being native to
because they
Korean
originally
and
they talked.
I think
coaching.
because he was in Boy in Love Team 2, and I think he changed some of the lyrics for English in that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he showed that he can rewrite raps. Moonbok, he dedicated his lyrics
to
to
his mom, right?
Oh, it was to his friend that got eliminated.
yeah,
friend.
the one that was in the other rapper in Call Me Baby.
Was it Lagwan Lin who did it to his mom?
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
did it to their mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Moonbok did it for I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't
the other
remember
rapper,
his name
the other rapper in Call Me Baby.
Yeah.
And he was actually there in the crowd, and you can see him
Yeah.
crying, like.
Yeah, they had a.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's gotta get those tear shots.
well, I think Moonbok. I forget if Moonbok finished last or not, but
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think I remember.
and he was just he kept saying like, oh, maybe I was too emotional, but it seemed like
that's what he was saying.
but I mean, it seemed like the crowd like appreciated like the level of emotion. But from what I understand is that basically he has Ake fans.
Yeah.
Or so, I believe the quote I saw specifically was people were trying to vote him into the group because they wanted someone ugly like Yeonjung. Pisses me off because
Yeonjung's not ugly.
Yeonjung is beautiful. She's my second bias in Cosmic Girls. So yeah, basically people really hate him or whatever. So yeah, that's why he had sort of a similar situation to Samuel, where everyone voted for the other people except him. So that he ended up finishing last.
Yep.
Rap group to go with because Zico has really good flow. So if you can write your own rap with as like a
Literally
sound good.
performing it right now.
Oh,
The only thing is though,
funny.
again, because I had Dongbin, who's usually like I believe he's a vocalist or whatever. He just wanted to try rap, but
Yeah.
and they were teaching him like how to rap.
Yeah,
and
they were
everything.
teaching him.
But
Yep.
I don't think he did that good.
I don't think he did, but I think the other two were. Really
Yeah, no,
good,
they carried the team because they're legitimately rappers. So I mean, it wasn't bad, but yeah, I think it ended up hurting Dongbin in the rankings a lot.
Yeah, because he was bad in comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're gonna go into episode 8 anyway, but I believe he finished last overall in elimination. Like he was ranked at the very
67
bottom.
or whatever.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's not great.
anything else for rap?
And Rhythm Ta was.
I don't know.
wasn't that great in my mind.
Yeah, but in comparison, like the rap seemed like the weakest category compared to dance.
Oh yeah,
and vocals.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think a lot of it's because we don't understand the words completely. So like,
I guess.
I think all of
It's
it.
not.
I think a lot of it also is because like a lot of them probably haven't that long, so
or
they're not-
have experience
they don't
like
have
writing
that.
their own raps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, you could tell because it's easier to like pull that off when you're doing like a choreography or vocals.
So like even with any like real rappers today, like you look at wrote when they were 14 versus raps that they wrote.
yeah, when you expand that vocabulary,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So okay, now we'll get to the elimination episode, which is 8. So they did the
I don't
weird.
have this written down. So.
Okay, so they did the weird thing where basically before they announced the eliminations, they announced the next concept evaluation already,
they
which
do that.
was they did that. Did they do that in season 1?
Yeah, they.
Okay, so yeah, they had like the 60 whatever members, and then they made them pick between like it was like it's like the 35. It's supposed to be like the 35 boys, 5 concepts.
Yeah, because it was 35 girls.
Yeah, so basically you get to pick the national producer, so basically the online voting got to pick what concept you fit in the most with.
Yeah, so that's completely different.
Oh, how'd they do it in
Season
season
1 they
1?
got to pick. Like they picked their
Oh.
song by rank. So like,
Okay, so
Sejong picked Youngwa Bridge. Somi picked. They picked, not knowing what the other people picked, but so that because they did the same thing where they went to the room or whatever.
okay.
But people didn't vote. They got to pick their own song.
Okay, so that's weird. And I mean, I guess we could just go
But
into...
then what happened is, well, I guess you can go.
Yeah, there was a bunch of SNS controversies. I forget. I believe one was Dongbin. I forget who the other one was, but one was Kang Daniel. Like Kang Daniel is like was top 10 proverbial, and I mean, again,
Yep.
did he win Get Ugly or?
Yeah, I think so.
He might have won Get Ugly.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, because that's the first thing I remember him winning. But because like that's when he started. That's when he started. That's when he started to really like the Daniel hype train like really took off. So. What he did, specifically, I know that's what he did, was basically a fan like added him on Instagram and it was just like, okay, if you want, tell me what song that you want by changing how many cat emojis you have on your Instagram profile. So he changed it to, I believe he was trying to pick Never. So yeah, then once that was found out, he got what they did. Anyone that had like SNS penalties, they had to pick last, and they were barred from whatever song that they were trying to get in the first place. I believe someone else was their dad got contacted by someone who was in their fan group and asked them. It's like it's insane. Like
fans.
Did anything like this happen in season 1 where there was SNS controversy?
No, because they picked. Wasn't really that there wasn't any voting for it.
Yeah, so this is so weird where there's just like so much like temptation or whatever. So
yeah,
they got to pick last, and then basically they had to get assigned into the team, but it wasn't like a guarantee depending on what your rank ended up being in the evaluation or the second evaluation. You might be practicing for a song that you'll never get to perform, which really sucks. I mean, I guess we can start going into the songs.
Well, so first I want to say some difference. So, how did they do if there were more than 14 people in a song in this? I don't remember.
Because they did it by rank or whatever. So basically, they ranked it like, because they'd have like first, whoever picked what concept they picked you like first, and then whatever, if it was full, they put you into whatever second place.
So because in season 1 was like really brutal. So since they got to pick the songs, but they didn't know like who went where, if there were more than 14 girls in a song. Person that picked the song first got to kick out people down to 14.
Oh, well, because
Somi got to kick people out of Bang Bang, so that there would be 14.
So what they did was after the eliminations when they had to, because you had to nail it down to 7.
Well, yeah, this was before eliminations. Yeah, this was
after eliminations, how they did it was
the adjusting was the same.
You had to basically everyone voted and then whoever was the weakest they kicked out.
Yeah, so if they had more than 7 members in a group.
And then the interesting thing was the benefit here was 220,000, but it wasn't. Basically, they'd vote for this is whatever group they thought was the best. After seeing all of the groups, which one was the best, and which in that group which person you thought was like the most standout. So
that group.
Yep. And then I don't remember in season 1 if they got to go.
Did they ever go to M Countdown?
So I remembered something like that, but I could not find a video for the life. I don't know if I'm just remembering wrong.
You have to go back through all the.
Because I tried to look up if
season 1
if in the same place because in the same place. But yeah, I couldn't find a video of it. Anywhere.
All right. So, do you have the list of the songs?
I have the songs, but I do not have the producer.
Okay, I'll just. I have that written down.
Side note: Ass Brass is the worst producer name ever made. Like that is the dumbest.
No, how they say it in Korean is like Ass Brass.
Ass Brass. It is ridiculous. Okay, Never.
Which was done by Triple H. Not the wrestler, by the group with Hyuna. Basically, like the new troublemaker.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going in order of my favorites to least favorites. So Never was I don't know. Probably remember who was on the teams better.
We'll talk about teams after the
elimination. So you just want to go through all of them.
So yeah, so Never
Open Up, which was
Open Up was done by Divine Channel, who made Fire by BTS.
Yeah, BTS Fire.
Okay,
yeah, they were like an international.
Yeah, so or I guess we can go like Never is like this sort of like
it's a deep house.
It's song. Deep house. Open Up is like future bass or an EDM, or like with insane choreography.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like the choreography. When they showed the choreography, everyone was scared.
Yep. Showtime.
Showtime. What Showtime included, and Showtime was by I don't know. It was by a bunch of people like Gunru, Ashtray, and like I don't know.
Yeah, it was a group of people.
But no, the coolest part about Showtime is they incorporated a lot of like the meme choreography. That, like, you remember like the part where they like
they did the drumming and like the not the drumming, the strumming.
And no, they did like the remember the callus like the thing where how do you wake it up? How you wake them up or whatever. Like they have like all like the memes that came out of the show and the choreography. Did they do anything like that in season 1 where they incorporate, or if anything got like popular or whatever?
I don't think.
But that's actually pretty cool, or that they incorporated that, or they did. I forget if they did circle clapping or not. Because that's sort of that's Park Ji Sung's thing where the
Well, and then Samuel is doing it constantly. They showed him like the last few episodes.
Yeah,
he kept doing it.
Oh yeah, it caught on with everyone.
Yeah.
So
then Oh Little Girl,
which was done by Asprass. So
yeah, that was
it's a hip hop song.
And then I Know You Know.
I Know You Know was done by Shinchok, who did a lot of. He did something with like Justin Bieber. He did something with. I think he did One Less Lonely Girl for Justin Bieber. He did a bunch of.
Wasn't one of them?
Which was the producer who made Growl? Which one was that?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
The guy who was like super serious. This is how it's saying like.
Yeah. Okay,
so
so
those are the songs.
And then after so basically they got to pick whatever group they were in, and then after that they did elimination. So, I just wrote down like some Kim's. I don't know if this is Mnet's thing or Samuel is trying to do it, but they loved filming his "Oh my God" reaction during every episode. Like, because they want to, they're trying to portray him as the American or whatever. Yeah. So, okay, I have like, I didn't write down like all the rankings, so I just wrote down what the top 11 was. So 11th spot was Dongho, 10th spot was I always suck at pronouncing his name. Hagyeon from Cracker. Kim Jae-won is 9th. Daniel was 8th, which again I was surprised that how low he didn't really start taking over until later.
Yeah, this is when he started.
Hong Sung-woo 7th, Hwang Min-yeon was 6th, Im Young-min was 5th, Lee Dae-wi was 4th, Park Ji-hoon was 3rd, Lai Guanlin was 2nd. Again, I have like Guanlin, like again he's a chick trainee, so he's really raw, but I think people really like him because one, he's foreign, he's Taiwanese, and two, he's pretty. So this is always about. He looks like, I forget if I said this on the last time we did it. He looks like a male version of Amber. Like,
he does kind of.
Like if you look at his face, like they're exactly doppelgangers. And then number 1 was Jonghyun, or as he's endearingly called Oni Boogie, because he did because in his like audition video. He did like a war turtle pose, and so basically that just became a giant thing.
War turtle.
Yeah, they just call him war turtle or whatever. Okay, what if the person that made it in last was Kim Dong-han. Oh no, yeah, so that was because they narrowed it down to 35 for the 35 concepts, and I only wrote down people that I was pissed about like not making the final cut. So Hong Yoon-gi, I forget what he was from, but he was in Monse Team 2. Or
I can't
the one
remember.
I
don't remember.
He was the one that with Park Woo Dominant, and he was in that group. And then Kim Sung-bin, he was one of the good rappers. Like I don't know why he didn't get popular. So yeah, this elimination, like I didn't have too many people that I was angry or mad about like getting knocked out. So I mean, because there was still a lot of people that didn't get that much airtime or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is part 4.
Okay, so then we should go over this.
Alright, so yeah, for part 4, if you missed the last part, so yeah, the songs again were Oh Little Girl, Never, Open Up, Showtime, and I Know You Know were the 5 concept songs.
Yep.
Number 1 team got to go on M Countdown, which is again you said that's like a new sort of thing. They really want to push the group, obviously.
I could have sworn that they got to do that in season 1, but
maybe
I'll find the video of it.
yeah, so so basically what they had to do was they had to like kick them out or whatever. So
Yep.
Old Little Girl had eight people. When Bach got kicked out of Old Little Girl, unfortunately. Never had a bunch of people. So
Yeah, I think Never had like 14.
Yeah,
Not
Never
14. I had like 11 or something.
Yeah, Never had like
They had to kick out like 14.
Yeah, they had to kick out so many people. So it was Im Young Min, Han Hyun from Cracker, Sun Ho, who's the other, he's the other Cube trainee, and Ha Sung Moon, Ardor and Abel. He's the other Ardor and Abel. They all had to leave. Yeah, that's 4 people they had to kick out from one.
So they had 11.
Yeah, because I think pretty much almost everyone that was popular got put in Never, basically. And yeah, so basically how it ended up was Kim Young Min, Sun Ho, and Han Kyung got moved to Open Up. Ha Sung Woon got moved to Showtime, and then I think he got. Did he win Showtime, or did he get the most votes in Showtime? I forget. But I don't know. He ended up doing really good in Showtime, which was funny because, and then Moonbok got moved to I Know You Know. All I remember is I Know You Know. Everyone got from I Know You Know got nuked. Like they all got eliminated because they all had pretty much because it was the least popular song. So
I would
pretty
say
much,
that was my least favorite.
yeah, in terms of performances, that was my least favorite. I guess so we can just run through the songs.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll go from our least. Like I'll go through my least favorite, and we can talk. Yeah, I Knew You Know was my least favorite. I felt like they didn't really fit the song, like the way they're performing it. Like it just didn't fit.
Yeah.
Like their
right
concept
people.
didn't fit. The people didn't fit.
Like the song itself isn't bad. I just
Right.
don't think that they
They just-
they didn't fit the song.
Didn't fit the song, and then like also like the skill level of the group was lower because this was I think this group had like all like 35 to 25, like
Yeah.
it was all the like low people.
Yeah.
So their skill level was lower, and it kind of showed in this. And then the difficulty even of the song was lower. So like. It seemed like the choreo wasn't nearly as complicated as
Because
the
I
other
don't know. I
songs.
don't think any of them. Because you have to. I believe you had to. Did you have to? Oh no, they did
No,
the choreo.
they gave them choreo.
They gave them choreography. I'm
So
thinking of like
just in
the.
general, like the song's choreo wasn't that hard, but their skill level wasn't that good, so it's still. I was really disappointed in that performance, to be honest.
Hyunbin did, or he did a rap for that song though. In that song though, it wasn't bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the
Hyunbin,
rap-
I was really
yeah.
impressed with that.
Yeah,
The
he-
rap was decent.
Yeah, like he.
That was the
you
one
could
highlight.
like he made a huge like.
And he stepped up and was actually the leader.
Yeah, he
They're like,
was the
"Whoa,
lead."
You're the leader. Everybody
Which is
was-
why, like, again, I guess we're kind of skipping around, but when all of his team got eliminated, he was like even more than when he was actually eliminated himself. He was just so distraught that all of his like teammate, because like, it seems like he really took it personally that he was the leader, and
Yeah,
then
he was the leader.
and he couldn't get any of his
and all
teammates
of his,
over the
all
hump.
of his soldier had fallen.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel for him, and I've come to love Hyunbin. Like again, did you hear about how YG is gonna do a survival show?
Yeah, they're
really?
in the same style.
They're gonna
as
put him in it?
Please
Oh
put
my God, that'd be
Hyunbin. Please put
hilarious.
Hyunbin in the
They take
survival
someone
show. Oh
from
my
a model agency that
god!
has nothing to do with idols.
Like no, I swear he needs to cross over to the main company now.
Yeah.
Like he's so popular. He's so
YG would
popular.
do it. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, like YG does not like balk at the chance for more popularity because YG needs it right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, next
so
song.
my next favorite or least favorite was "Oh Little Girl."
Oh, girl, yeah, it was okay.
It was decent. It was like they fit the song well, but like it was another low skill song. I felt like in terms of choreo.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just
Singing.
liked it because it reminded me of like something shiny. Was
Yeah,
done
that was
early
your
on.
favorite,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's my
Was it-
favorite
was it?
song wise, not like the performance.
Okay.
Oh, but there was that. Did you see that one part where because it was it was Jihoon and Jaewon's birthday, so they pretended
Oh,
to
yeah.
get mad at
Oh,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
That was the
yeah.
biggest
Yeah,
swerve ever. I
they
thought
did
they were because like how they did it,
camera.
because in the previous episodes, like the preview or whatever, you just
They
see
showed them-
they show them
they showed them
slamming
slamming
the
the
door.
door, yeah.
So it was the biggest
And
swerve.
everyone was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
That was amazing
Drama.
though.
It's just
Oh,
like
and then
the
when
camera.
Sehun thought that they didn't know it was his birthday and they're just doing it for the other guy.
Yeah,
he was
so he
Sehun,
was like,
Sehun. Yeah, it was Sehun, not Jung. Same with Not Jaewon. Oh, I keep mixing them because they're both vocalists that play guitar. So.
Yeah.
But they're actually pretty good friends with each other because, or like I forget who they interviewed. And he's like, oh, I think of the other one as my rival or whatever. So
yeah. So yeah, like the song was good, but it was just a little like I think my biggest problem with it was skill wise it wasn't that hard. Like,
yeah.
It was an easier choreo,
so
it didn't show. Sure. It didn't like show off as well. Next on my list is Showtime.
Showtime. I thought Showtime was pretty.
It was good. I mean, so this is in order of least favorite to like best favorite, but the top, like other than I Know You Know, the like top four were close.
Yeah, the top three for me were pretty close. I think who was center again this time? Samuel's again. I think this was probably one of his best performances.
Yeah,
because like this, this
fit him. This song fit him.
This
perfectly.
is because I think this and like going on to like
when he like stepped up to do the vocals, we're like, wow, he can actually sing.
He hit the note. And like for this and like we're kind of skipping ahead with Super Hot. I believe these songs like really fit his image like perfectly. Yeah. So I like he did pretty good. And Daniel was. Daniel was an open. I don't know. I guess I put Samuel by, but yeah, you know what I mean. It definitely fit his image though. Like I actually like the song too.
Yep. And then Open Up for me. So, for me, Never and Open Up are like their performances were equally amazing. I just like the song Never a little bit better, so that's what pushed me a little bit better.
And everyone else again, because
like Open Up was really good.
Oh, again, I like feature bass, so that song speaks to me specifically. But Never is just. I wish Triple H could write songs that good for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
How did they write a song for Produce 101 that's better than 365 so fresh?
Yeah. So so for me next is Open Up, which won.
I don't think it. The only reason why it won is because Daniel and Dongho fit the song so well. Yeah, like those two. Like I could say, like it was just like it's a newest song. It's literally a newest song. Like
it did. That's something I actually thought of as well. It's like I think it sounds like something they do.
Yeah, which is perfect for Dongho.
Yeah.
So
well, he's used to the concept and whatnot. So.
Like I think
he's mastered it.
Like even though, like, obviously, like, Jonghyun and Minhyun were more popular in US, I think I love Dongho the most because you can see...
Oh, Dongho's definitely...
one, because he's amazing in variety. Like, remember the Punch King thing? Where he almost broke the machineer? He's ridiculous or whatever. Or, like, how they always try to paint him as, like, a scary dude, but he seems like he's really...
Yeah, he seems really nice. He's just, like, really strong.
And
big.
He has, like...
How tall is he? He looks like he's really tall.
Pretty,
And he has like his jaw is just like he looks like you could punch him.
Also, like I remember them talking about in one of the episodes, like he would sometimes he wasn't shaving, so he had like a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow, and they were talking about that. Which is like in Korea, the idols never have any facial hair.
I mean, it's intimidating because a lot of people like I can't grow facial hair, so like I love Dongho. I mean, especially with this because he was helping like teach the vocals to other people.
Yeah.
I forget who was teaching. But yeah, I remember somebody was like struggling with the vocals or whatever, and then he'd be like, he's the most experienced. Like, he pretty much is like the vocal, like the main vocalist for Newest. Like he does a lot of the choruses. So
that was the team for Open Up was that person that was struggling was supposed to be the main.
Yeah,
and then they had to change.
The center.
Or the center.
It was the center, which had a lot of.
Which was the main vocal.
And then they
made him stop being center and gave it to someone else.
They gave it to they gave it to Takada Kenta, which would Kenta fit the song. Like I think because Kenta looks he fits the part too. I really love Kenta. I'm so kind of spoiling, but he didn't end up making it. I don't know why. He's like he was pretty popular too. Or, like. I would have had Kenta in my final 11, to be completely honest. Like he's like even as just visual wise, and he fit the center part very well.
Yep.
So,
and then finally it was Never.
Yep.
Which.
I think it was cute how his Lagwan Lin was in it, and then they got to go to the Cube studio, and then they looked at his locker.
His locker and it was a mess. And he seemed
so happy to like show everyone around Cube. Whatever.
Also, like whenever Hyuna and Triple H showed up, like everyone. So it was the exact same thing. Like they totally did this because of season 1. Because whenever Jin Young showed up from B1A4, like all of the girls swarmed them or like freaked out. Like at one point, Yu Jung stole one of the cameraman's cameras so she could be the cameraman.
Oh my god!
It was
really okay. So
funny.
That's like how Ong did like the slate claps or whatever.
Yeah. So it was like that.
So they
were freaking out.
I hope
that season
actually. I hope that becomes Ong's thing, like going forward. He just slate claps for everything. Just as a side note.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, like when they had all the producers like sitting at the table or whatever. Everybody was just staring at Hyuna.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
But no, it's funny how like again like they're just like, oh, it's Guan Lin when they saw him at like the practice or whatever. That's cute. That's cute how they know him. But no, this song is amazing, and I think. Like, again, spoilers, but almost everyone in this song made it to Final 11.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the top group. Like Jaewon as the lead vocals, like that part when he does like and like the choreography for that was amazing. Like I think Never is the style of song that they should do going forward with like the final group.
Yeah.
Like that, and I mean, it resonated with the charts. It hit number 2 on Real Time for like the past God knows how many weeks now. So it definitely resonated with other people. What else do I have? Oh yeah, Jaewon did a rap at one point. I remember when they were recording the vocals. He did a rap. I was like, whoa, when did he start rapping? Like he's probably the most talented person there because he can sing,
dance, and rap.
Dance. I think he can play guitar a bit. I like those parts when like they showed like them in like the dorms or whatever, and they're just playing guitar, like acoustic guitar, having like a concert or whatever. That's all the. Okay, so since it's just 5 songs, so 5th place was I Know You Know, which not surprising. I don't know how Showtime got 4th place.
Yeah, I would have put
3rd place probably.
I would have third place because again maybe
I did.
Yeah, I don't know because I mean like there was a lot of popular people in that too, like Iwoo Jin, Park Ji Sung, Samuel. And 3rd was a little girl. I would have put 4th. Like
yeah, I would have switched those two.
And then
let me clarify. I like the song the most, but yeah, for the performance, I'd probably rate it lower.
Yeah,
like you said, it was less like hype and like doing all this.
Maybe it was the choreography, or there's like, or I guess for a hip hop song, the choreography isn't a meet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I like the song better than the actual performance. And then Never was 2nd, and then Open Up was number 1.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I think. Yeah, elimination now. So yeah, the third how they changed it in compared to season 1 is season 1 they had 22 seats. This season they only had 20. I don't know why they changed.
Yeah,
they said they were going to have 22 seats.
Well, you know, Mnet they like lying to people. So
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Yeah.
Oh, and they said before that the number of people that make it into 101 was up in the air at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just gonna be 11 now.
Yeah.
It's like
they did a bunch of nonsense. So being an elimination episode, they had their stress. I'm glad they have like the fun events because I'm sure that they're other. So they had a field day sort of thing. Mm-hmm. What else did they do? They did the charades thing, which is pretty funny. And then it was like that elephant game or whatever where you had to spin around 20 you had to spin around 20 times and then try to put lipstick. I've never seen that before.
Oh, they do that all the time in variety shows.
Oh, is it like a Korean sort of thing?
Yeah, Korean variety shows.
Yeah, okay.
Where they make
but then some of them were really bad where they just like draw it out.
Oh yeah. I actually think they did that exact same game in season 1.
Oh my god, that was amazing though. What else? And then they did like the photo time where they did like they had to jump rope and like take a photo. But
I remember you jump.
Oh my god!
Korean version of like Dizzy Bat.
Yeah. It pretty much.
I think Dizzy Bat's kind of harder though because it's.
Yeah. We play that at college sometimes.
Oh my god. Okay, so into elimination. Oh wait, and then they announced who got the most. Before that, they announced who got the most votes for whatever reason they didn't announce who got the most votes after the concept evaluation because it was Open Up 1, but it was between Daniel and Dongho for whoever got. So yeah, Daniel got like the more votes, so he got the whatever, but like he got the 100,000.
It was 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000 additional.
20,000.
Yeah, he got the extra benefit. Okay, so I listed everyone since basically it's just 20 people now. So
yep.
19th was Sewon. I don't know why he was so low. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he'd be higher as well.
I think it's just because
people that I actually know.
Because I think it's just he's really like mild mannered. Like he's the personification of chill. Like he's just so mild mannered or whatever.
I wonder maybe it's because he's not as like. His presence isn't as big.
Yeah, he's very quiet. I mean, but he did do like during his performance he did a wink, but he kind of came off just like he
was trying to get the winky boy.
Yeah, everyone. It's funny how did something similar happen in season 1 where like literally like somebody got famous because of one thing that they did.
Oh well, Yoo-jung got famous because she was the center of Pick Me.
Okay,
and like her facial expressions were good and. No one knew who she was before that, but she was third the entire show because of it.
Yeah, because that's Park Ji-hoon this season, because he literally like Ji-hoon made it into the final group just because he winked, and because like the like the capture thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
Yoo-jung was the same. Although she's really skilled. So.
Okay, but and also I guess just a general thing. Rankings were way more volatile this season than they were.
Yeah. So that's definitely one thing that we.
I think it's because. Obviously, I don't think it was we can easily agree that it wasn't as talented. The field wasn't as talented.
Yeah, so Mnet was having problems trying to find 101 trainees. So like, it was clear that this season after IOI, like the guys, they didn't want to lose like control of their best trainees for 2 years. So they didn't send their best.
Their second best,
second best.
Because
their best, they want to debut in a group under their own company within the next year.
Whereas if you join Produce 101, you lose them until December 2018. Yeah.
So it was pretty clear that right from the beginning, because there were way more Fs and way less As in the beginning in this compared to last season.
Though again, sometimes for some people they got it way. There was somebody that went from F to A.
Yeah,
sometimes they
it did. Yeah, and that happened in season 1 too.
I think next year if the companies end up doing the same thing, that Mnet would be smart to sort of emphasize like a theme of like both as everyone.
Yeah.
Rather than like, oh, these people are really good, they're probably gonna make it in the end.
Yeah.
Right.
So
hopefully.
In season 1, like probably 7 or 8 of the top 11 were there pretty much the entire time. Like Somi, Sejong were always first and second.
Yeah,
Yoo-jung was always third. Chungha was always there. Chaeyeon was always there. Do-yeon was probably always there. Mina was always there.
Yeah.
So like
it didn't
Kyo-sung
change.
Was always there. Na-young was always there. Yeah, like it really didn't change.
Whereas in this season,
there was like 2 spots that maybe had a chance.
Whereas in this season, almost every spot changed. Every spot from 1 to 11 changed every time. So, the 18th was Hagyeon. He dropped from 10th to 8th. Like he dropped from 10th to almost being eliminated.
Yeah.
Im Young-min dropped from 5th to 17th because I believe I wrote down he had some girlfriend controversy. Like a girlfriend was saying that he might have cheated on her or something, or
whatever.
Or I don't know if the controversy was that he cheated on her or that he actually had a girlfriend. So no Korean, but he had a girlfriend. And yeah, he got penalized for the concept the final between Super Hot and Hands on Me. He got penalized for that. So 16th, Sunho from the other cube trainee. He dropped from 13th. Minky went up from 20th. Oh my god, I'm glad Minky didn't get eliminated, because Minky's he's the forgotten member of like the newest group, because like Junggeon's like national leader, Minhyun's like good, Dongho's like obviously like the most like charismatic of them. So like he was so happy when he didn't get eliminated. 14th was An Young Sub, who went up from 19th. An Young Sub was really underrated the whole time. Like he didn't end up making it into the final one, but he was pretty talented. I'd probably put him in over Beijing Young, but that's another story. 13th was Kim Jae-won. He dropped out of the top 11. Again, rankings were so volatile. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess that's the general thing. Like, 1, not that much talent compared to season 1, and 2, being a boy group, like like the fans are way more rabid probably, and just like it's really way more about like visuals or like personality than even just like hashtag stan talent, please.
Yeah, I think season 1 it was a lot more about talent because the talent
because the talent was there. Yeah,
but then also because of the demographic of K-pop, it's girls ranking girls, so they don't care as much about visuals.
Yeah, whereas girls ranking guys,
caring about how well they dance.
Like I said, they're thinking like they're not thinking with this head; they're thinking with the other head. They're thinking with their crotch. So, okay, then Dong Ho was 12th, which like he was hovering.
He was 11th, yeah. So
I think the reason why Dong Ho didn't end up making it in is because he was really like the victim of like. He'd help out all of his members and all like in his like the teams that he was in, and those guys would rise, and then people wouldn't really realize until after like the video comes out that he would help people out so much. So like his work really just didn't show up in the final performances, unfortunately.
It sucks that they don't get to see what happens behind the scenes
until until filming.
They're just going off of the
but no, that's why I really respect Dong Ho, because he like. He's
his teammates
like he's a leader. Like he's a really good leader.
I think New West is gonna perform well.
I wish them nothing but the best, because they've won me over. I'm a New West fan now. Okay, 11th. So this is top 11 now. Hwang Min-yeon, he dropped from 6th. So okay, I mean, again, like the benefit really like messes up rankings a lot, because like you could be on like a team that. You might have done okay, but if you got that 20k benefit, like there were some situations where the 20k benefit for being on Open Up saved you from elimination. 10th was Lee Dae-wi. Again, Dae-wi was so volatile towards the end, because again he was like 1-1-1 until the first elimination, where he dropped to like 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
Because I guess he sort of like took a step back because people really didn't like his personality after a while, but I mean,
because he was getting like kind of cutthroat about things. Because he again, like before, he's trying to play the game and win.
Like he knows how to play the game, but I mean, like I don't blame Dae-wi. Like, he doesn't seem like a bad person. He seems really genuine about it, and I mean, like it wouldn't be like the final group without Dae-wi.
He just makes it clear that he's there to win.
Yeah, he's there to win, and I mean, like that's what he's the most. Arguably, like him and Jaewon might be the most talented, because again, he knows how to produce music. Remember, he produced their Hollywood, which was like their auditions.
Audition.
Yeah. So
introduction.
Okay, 9th was Jisung. Up from 9th. Okay, he just stuck there, I guess. 8th it was Ong. Apparently, Ong was the most popular among male fans. Which makes it, because I think
he was up there for me,
because he has, because I think he's funny, so he has a funny personality. So I think the guys sort of like take that more into account than visuals, obviously. But no, I think he's a good center too. 7th is Jonghyun, who dropped from 1st. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened here.
I don't either.
Maybe people just thought he was safe and didn't.
Yeah, I think that's what happens a lot. Where it's like, okay, he's number 1. I don't have to worry about him, and then it's like, oh my god, what happened?
Yeah, then everybody has the same exact thought.
6 was Park Woo-jin, who shut up from 14th.
That's good.
And
saving him for a little longer.
And though he was, people were a bit worried about him at the beginning, because he had to leave the show for a while because he had shingles. So like he was like better, and like, that's why.
So he was the eye patch.
Yeah, he had the eye patch because of like the shingles or whatever. So I felt bad. And he's really talented. I like him. So I'm glad he was able to make top 10, top 11. And then 5th was Samuel, who I've like basically I think people sort of reacted because in the last evaluation he got 16th, and people were like, what the hell, why is he 16? And then they spirit bombed him all the way up to 5th.
Yeah.
Which might have been a bad thing in the end eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, so they announced the final 4 was Park Ji-hoon, Kang Daniel. Okay, so Ji-hoon and Daniel have always been up there.
Yep.
And then Bae Jin-young, who came out of nowhere, like again, Bae Jin-young is arguably the least talented of like the final, maybe
he like the channel?
It's between him. It's between him and Guanlin. Bae Jin-young's really the visual. Like
visual's still pretty important.
Yeah, visual's definitely really important, but like I wouldn't put him in my final.
CF money.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in my final.
Yeah.
And then from 25th place, so he would have been eliminated. Ha Sung-woon of like Ardent Able, like he shot up
from 25th to what?
25th
top 4.
25th to 3rd.
Okay, that's huge. Yeah.
Like, because again, remember, he got kicked out of Never. He got put into Showtime.
Yeah.
And like I think he ended up being like the center, or like he ended up being really important in Showtime. So basically, or I think
guess it was good that he got kicked out.
Or I think because I think when he was originally on Never, he was just talking about how everyone in here was like really high ranked, so people probably like felt bad for it, or like it's like, oh shoot, he's really talented, let's shoot him up. And then Ji-hoon got second again, and then Daniel out of again, like because like
first place,
like the Nuna hype train, really the Nuna hype train is so powerful when it comes to Daniel. And there was a bit of controversy for him like being like so high ranked despite having the SNS controversy, but I mean ultimately like I don't think it really ended up factoring in that much, because I mean it's not like he
didn't even get the song he wanted.
Yeah, he didn't get the song he wanted anyway. He still put on a good performance, so I mean that's just like his talent. His talent persevered through like whatever like the penalty that they did. So that's it's props to him for not like being complacent. And a lot of them were shocked when Guanlin wasn't in the top 4, and like they had to like the producer was like, yeah, Guanlin's not there, or Guanlin's not in the top 4. He ended up being the last spot at what was it, 20? Yeah, he ended up being 20.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what happened with Guanlin.
Maybe people just thought he was safe.
Yeah, because he was in top 11 for like the whole time. So I mean, that was a huge. Did anything like that ever happen where somebody was? Because in the previous evaluation, I think he was top 2, and then he went to almost being eliminated.
Anyone dropping like that? Like, yeah, you were saying, like you've been saying, people are more like
it's volatile,
cautious, but also they assumed that people vote for their favorites. They voted for other people.
Yeah.
Where in season 1, people were just like, screw it, we're getting my favorite in no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna be in, but I'm voting for her because we need to make her number 1 to make up for 16.
People are trying to go all mind games with the voting, and they're like trying to strategize how to get everyone they want.
Because the thing is, like. If there's
one, you just gotta pick one at the end. You can't like hope that your favorite gets in and vote for your second favorite.
Yeah,
like, you can't worry about that.
I think basically what it came down to is you had to peak at the right time, because like Sungwoon made it into the final group because he peaked right at the end. Like if you got really big right at the end, you'd make it into the group. Like some people like Wudam peaked really early and then fell off afterwards. So like it's all about like timing your push, quote unquote. Like I'm using a lot of wrestling terms, like going over.
Like in drag racing, don't use your NOS until you see you pass.
Like he basically like you have to save like your best for like the very last. So it's a delicate balance between like not getting eliminated, and there's some situations where if almost being eliminated puts you in a position where you're guaranteed that people will start voting for you.
Exactly. Like Guanlin, where he pretty much was on the line to be eliminated, and he went back up all the way because we need to vote for him.
Didn't they have him like Chung Hao last season?
No, Chung Hao, we'll talk about that when we get to the level.
Okay, so episode. For this elimination round, the notable ones was Wudam was 35th. Oh yeah, because he fell off. Woo-jin was at 34th. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he's really young, so people won't fangirl over him because he's 14.
I think more people pay attention to his group, the East Light, now though.
Oh please, I hope like. I can't wait.
They have a really cool concept. They're like tropical, like a band.
Yeah. And I mean, he can dance too. So
yeah.
Like he does a bunch of like shuffling videos now that he went back. But I still love his like friendship with Daniel or whatever. And like he started crying in his shoulder when he got eliminated. It felt so bad.
Yeah.
Who else? Junhee from RBW. Again, all of I Know You Know got eliminated, which is insane. Taedong. Well, I mean, Taedong kind of fell off because he peaked. Jungwon Bok, and he peaked a bit early.
He picked.
Well, yeah, because there was so much hype for him going in. Kim Sung-yeon, he was another rapper. No, Taehyun got eliminated. I don't like.
Yeah, I don't know about that because he was really really good.
You think
he's the one who led, and
he led Shape of You.
Yeah.
So I don't know about.
He was really good.
I don't know about that. Takada Kenta I already mentioned.
Because like No Taehyun would have been one of the people that I would have been like.
He was like the chunk.
Of the
doing all the
Arder and Abel people, I never thought that Sungwoon would be the one, because like I always paid it. Yeah, I'd always
go past him.
I'd always pay attention to Taehyun and not Sungwoon.
Yeah, Taehyun was definitely like easily the best thing.
Yeah, definitely.
He was definitely.
But like, is Hotshot still around or
coming back?
Yeah,
they
they're
announced
coming
that
back.
they're doing a comeback.
Well, they might be huge when they come, especially when Sungwoon comes back, they're gonna be like over the top.
Like, because I saw them when they debuted or whatever.
Because
like,
I never
they were
heard
really
them
really
before.
small. Because I just saw people like, hey, check out Hot Shot on.
I had never
like,
heard of
posts.
them until this.
And I was like, actually, I think I was watching some like K-pop live stream or something. People were like, watch Hot Shot right now. I was like, okay.
All
I
right.
checked them out. They're pretty good.
Yeah, so 22 was Chunbin. So we knew he was like his talent didn't get him over enough. But I like he's the most endearing one because he like
I'm
he made so
surprised
much.
he made it so far.
Like
because all the other
really,
models got like kicked out immediately.
because he's really tall and he got a lot of screen time. So that's I mean no he worked on it. He worked hard. He worked very hard. I love him so much because of like how hard he worked.
By the end, he deserved to be there.
Yeah, no, like to be completely honest, I wouldn't have minded if he made it to top 11. I would not have
he would have
minded.
been the Sohei.
Yeah, like because remember he proved that he can rap. He works hard at it, and then obviously he's the visual, and like he'd be like easily be the tallest member of that. So that just his height alone would make it ensure it. And then Kim Young-guk was unfortunately the bridesmaid at 21.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, the final episode.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, or before the final episode, they did the they distributed who would be in the two songs. There was only one concept song last.
Yeah,
in the
so
first
they didn't
time?
do this at all.
In season one?
This is way different. Season one, they just had, which was supposed to be their debut song.
What was it?
Crush, by Ryan Ji-hoon, who did.
Okay.
He did. Well, he also did one of the songs in the concept evaluation as well. But yeah, so they just had one song. They're like, this is gonna be IOI before they announced it.
But then
Their
Dreamgirls
debut,
ended up being there.
But then, well, they were supposed to debut like right after the show, but then they delayed it.
Their
Way
company or
worse because
whatever.
Crush is way.
Yo,
way
Crush is one of my favorite
Well,
IOI songs.
Dreamgirls is
like this.
Dreamgirls is so too generic.
Yeah. IOI, like, their debut was a mess because they didn't have a dorm for them like set up before the show ended.
Because they didn't know
Like,
who was gonna control like the.
Yeah, it was a mess. Like who they would be under and like all that stuff was not planned out well.
Hopefully they have that figured out.
So it was a mess, and yeah, like it took them like a month to get a dorm.
Okay.
They weren't like it was a mess.
That's different because, as far as I know, they're already all living together. They're already all like doing. They're already filming CFs.
Yeah.
And there are like the last
they already got
101,
the lined up.
and they're going to do a debut concert in August.
Yep.
So
yeah, the last episode they just had Crush was the song they all practiced it. They split up into two teams, but they like kind of formed it all as one team, like separate, on two separate areas of the stage or whatever.
yeah, so how they did it is there's two separate songs this time, where the one song was "Hands on Me," which is done by Harvey Mason Jr. I've never really heard of him, but apparently he did like EXO songs or whatever. So
Yeah,
It must be pretty good then.
yeah, he's pretty good.
Well, it also didn't he do stuff with like Michael Jackson? And
Yeah, like really, like he's really
Bieber
famous. Yeah.
Rihanna and stuff.
Yeah, and then he did, and then Ryan Jun did "Super Hot," which I think was the favorite of my of the two songs. Yeah, like I said, Im Young-min already had a penalty, so yeah, they did the thing where like again lowest. It's the opposite of how they did it in like the concept of or the position evaluation, where the lowest picked whatever they wanted, but if somebody higher than you wanted the same rank, they kick you off and they can move you to a different song.
Wherever
Like the mind games,
yeah.
like though nobody was really malicious. Like nobody was like, okay, you're a rapper, I'll move you into main vocal.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
Everyone was pretty
They did the
nice.
same thing. In
I feel
season
like
one.
if they did that, they wouldn't make it to top.
Yeah, no,
five
they
if did that to somebody.
the karma they'd receive would just be. But I mean,
She'd be like,
they
"No,
did.
you're dead,
Daniel did
God."
do something nice. Like, didn't he move Sungwoon into main vocal for Super Hot?
I'm not sure. Wait, so they can move anyone around anywhere?
If you wanted to replace, if you wanted their spot, you can move them to either song.
Oh
any
no,
spot.
but they couldn't just move people around.
You can't.
Like,
no,
for
you.
no reason.
No,
Okay,
you.
okay.
It's
So you're saying Sungwoon was the spot that Daniel wanted,
and then
he put him in main.
Yeah,
vocal.
he could have done like a.
He could have put him in a different sub vocal or whatever.
Or he was because Daniel went last, obviously, since he was number one. So Super Hot main vocal was the last one left. So what he did, he did him a solid. He was like, okay, I know you're a good singer, and then because he was talking about like, oh, if people see that I do this for him, they might like think like, oh, he's a good person. I mean,
Yeah.
He was getting it no matter what, but I mean, he just wanted the goodwill.
Yeah, season one they had that same thing, but there was just spots for each position.
And you know what, like Sungwoon needs to thank Daniel because remember Sungwoon was 11. Sungwoon was he barely made like him being main vocal.
He's on the cusp.
Him getting moved to main vocal for Super Hot saved him pretty much. Like that was huge. Okay, so yeah, Super Hot and since there's 2 songs, I'll just go through the lineup. Super Hot was Ha Sang-woon, Kim Samuel, Dongho, Sonho from Other Cube, Ang Jung-sub, Lee Dae-wi, Choi Min-ki, Im Young-min, Kim Jong-yeon, and Lee Kwan-lin. Hands on Me was Kim Jae-won, Daniel, Ong Sung-woo, Bae Jin-young, Hwang Min-yeon, Jung Se-woon, Ha-kyun from Cracker, Ji-sung, also MMO, Park Woo-jin, and then Park Ji-hoon. So, they had to do their own choreography. Samuel did the choreography for Super Hot, and then Daniel did the choreography for Hands on Me. So, I guess we can just go over the songs, I guess, and then before we go into the final 11.
Yeah, well, Spoilers always was my favorite song.
Huh?
So, always was my favorite song.
Because it's the
When Cherry Blossoms Fade.
Yeah, no, actually, like if I ever see that live, I'm gonna bawl. Like, because I mean, like, it really is like the. And also kind of reminded me of like a sad Big Bang song that you'd find off the live album. So that's why I really like it, because it's like a slow song with like a sort of like hip hop beat, and then there's like rapping and like. That's probably like the best song of like that was like their
midpoint, just like fan service song.
Yeah, and then
wasn't part of the
it wasn't the part like they all did the song.
Yeah, so did they stand in a triangle?
They did same formation. Same formation.
It just wasn't as elaborate because when Cherry Blossom Fade had the cherry blossom tree in the middle of all of them.
Okay, so
so like they had a little bit more.
Okay, so Super Hot.
Yeah, I actually liked Hands on Me a little bit more than Super Hot, but they were pretty close.
I think I liked Super Hot because again, it's Samuel's like best song because, and not gonna lie, the choreography reminded me of 17. Also, the song reminded me of 17, which is perfect because again, he was in 17 TV, so I can see that
he was. Yep.
And he was the only person on this team that could do choreography, so like he really stepped up.
Okay.
He really stepped up in that format, and I think it was a lot more fun. It's another style that I want to see 101 do. Like the 101 is the name of the final group that was revealed at the beginning of the show or the live finale.
I know Nate didn't want to, but I kind of wanted them to just call him IOI.
They couldn't be
IOI.
Like everybody's just IOI.
They have to be called. They have to be called Boy. They have to be called BOI.
BOI would have been
and then
BOI would have been great.
Boy.
I would have loved.
And
BOI.
then they're like like their group intro would just be boy like my longest boy ever.
Have you seen? Alright, this is unrelated a little bit, but it's the Redbone remixes that people keep making.
Yeah. We should. Mnet should just hire us. Like we know how to run it better than they do.
We'll just be like sports commentators, like the guy at E3 for that one random game at Xbox.
Oh, Ha Sung-woon got. It was between Ha Sung-woon and Samuel for center, and then it ended up being Sung-woon. So yeah, I think I just liked it, but the song reminded me of 17 a lot because it reminds you of Monse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why I liked it, and like the choreography was really cool. Where, like they did a lot of he did a lot of like acrobatic stuff, where like they did like jumping, or like they did like there's that part where like when they go towards the back part of the stage, and then they do like a circle thing where they like all turning around the circle, and then like whoever did the vocals would come to the front, and then they circle around. It was like it was really clever how they approached the choreography for that. Actually, after they did the song is when they announced 11 to 14, I believe. Or no, we'll just get to it later. So then you said you liked Hands on Me better?
Yeah, I liked Hands on Me a little bit better. I honestly can't remember why.
I mean, I guess it's just like it's sort of like like a funk sort of type song.
Might have just liked the song.
It kind of
because it's the name of Chang'a's.
Yeah, that too. And I mean, obviously, or the center for that was Bae Jin-young. I think that's how Bae Jin-young got saved or got put into top 11. What did I say? So when they announced like a different thing that they did from season 1 is they announced who was in ranking 11 to 14 after a certain period of voting. Like voting wasn't done yet, but they announced who was in 11 to 14, and that was a conscious decision. That was a easily conscious decision by Mnet because that's who they wanted in the group ultimately. Because there's no way. Because again, it's better to be on the cusp of elimination because everyone will start voting for you.
Yeah, so season 1 it happened where Chungha was 11th.
Okay, so yeah, 11 to 14 was Lee Dae-wi, Bae Jin-young.
He was
they didn't announce who was 11 and who was 14. They just announced that who was in those spots.
Yeah.
And oh my god, Boa had to take the longest friggin' pauses between announcing people.
They played it off.
It was like Jeopardy where they played like the da na 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 na, it went on for minutes like before they announced like the who was in which spot, which is annoying.
Wait, so she was standing there for a minute, just like
because apparently she was getting cues on when to announce it. They wanted to like drag it out as long as possible, and I felt bad because apparently she was like injured or something, or like she had to stand the whole time. During, like that was a 3-hour show.
They should have gave her like a stool or something.
I don't know. And like the show went on until like 1:30 in the morning in Korea. Like is it usually was Produce usually on that late, or it starts at like does it start at like 10 Korea?
I think it started pretty.
But I mean, and people still watch it, or do they just like DVR it?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it just had a bad time slot.
Yeah, because I'm surprised that such a late time slot would still be so popular in Korea.
I wonder if there's like another variety show that Mnet has on that everybody watches that just goes on.
Maybe, I don't know, but anyway,
they should get more traffic.
So then, after they announced that, then they announced who was in 11th spot. I think that was after they factored in like text voting, and then it was Minhyun, which is why Minhyun got into top 11. So
yeah,
my theory is for top 11. Basically, again, all the people that they announced were in those elimination spots. Almost all of them made it in, basically, because and in the case of Minhyun, I believe that's why like Jonghyun didn't get into or Dongho didn't get in because everyone just like, oh no, let's save him, and then they forgot about the other newest members.
Yeah.
Yes,
they assumed the other newest members.
Yeah, which is weird because like Minhyun wasn't the most popular of the newest members. Like he was like the third most popular, like right ahead of Mingi. Like you'd think if there was a newest member that would make it, it'd be Jonghyun or Dongho.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that was the weird. Okay, so I guess we'll just go into final 11. Yep. Okay, so number 10 was Bae Jin-young, who was 18 and went from C to F in his.
Who was 11th?
No, they do 11th last.
Yeah.
So number 10, Bae Jin-young, 18, went from C to F in his Nayana evaluation.
Oh wait, so he was originally in C and then they just kicked him down to F?
Yeah, he did that back because remember he kept looking down. He had like he really had stage fright. But I mean like he grew a bit, but again, I don't know, like he's the only one I'm really lukewarm on. Like
what's crazy that F made it into
I think but
2 Fs but 1.
The thing is though, I think pretty much like
I wouldn't say Sohei was an F by the end.
A lot of people seem more lukewarm about the 101 lineup than the top half is okay, but the bottom half is
the 101 lineup sounds like it was a lot more uncertain. Like it was.
Yeah, I guess it's just because of that volatility in the rankings. Like it's just
it also seems like it's a lot more visual based.
Yeah, no, it's
skill based.
Like there's like 5 visuals and only 2 vocalists, which is a huge problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's all you really need to sell when it comes to guy groups. You just need a lot of visuals. They don't need to sing good. They just gotta look good. 9. Minhyun, because again, Minhyun got saved. 21, he went from C to D in his 9 But I mean, I love his vocals too. Like he's gonna be a good vocal addition to the 101 lineup. Again, still, if I were to pick a newest member, I'd still pick Dongho.
Yeah, I would too. He seems like he has the best presence and
he's a really good leader as well.
But
I mean,
I'm honestly like better this way because then we just get more. Like it sucks for Minhyun because he's losing out when they finally get some popularity.
Like I don't know if you saw the video, but there was like there's video of him like crying because no one else from No West made it. Like he was in tears. Like he was so sad that he was the only one. Like it's supposed to be a happy moment for him, but he feels bad that he's gonna have to be away from the people.
He has to join a different group. Like probably
for the next year.
Yeah, for the next year and a half, like against his will, probably. probably rather just be back with New West.
Because New West never needed to make it to the final group. They just needed the
They
exposure.
just needed exposure, yeah, exactly. It would have been better if none of them made it, in my mind, like, then they could just bub with popularity.
Okay, number 8 was Yoon Ji-sung, 27, went from F to D in his Nayana evaluation. I'm glad he made it in because he's the funniest. He's the the circle clap thing, which is gonna be big, and he's gonna be the variety king, basically. Like every time he talks on camera, he's so funny.
It's gonna be like his like shy.
Yeah. Him and Ong were the
yeah.
funniest members in the group. Like, was Ong next? No. 7th was Lagwan Len, 17, went from D to F in his Nayana evaluation. I said right here, he pulled the pinky. He basically pulled the pinky. But
Yeah, I mean,
we're going from the cusp of elimination to making it into the group.
no,
Or not the cusp of elimination, basically going from like really being really raw in terms of like skill.
no.
Really?
Kyokung was B or A the whole at the beginning. Kyokung
Really?
was skilled.
Okay.
She was the only person that I would say wasn't skilled at all was Sohei, but
Sohei, well-
by the end of it, she was. I would probably put Sohei in a B. By the end of like the amount of skills she has,
Okay.
and
So-
dancing at least. Sorry, singing.
Yeah.
Was still a little raw. That's probably a D. But her dance skills got way better.
Okay, number
Boy,
6.
you pinky.
But no, Kyokung was like 5th like the entire time.
Okay.
'Cause
Number 6. Yeah.
visuals.
Number 6, Park Woojin, 19. He was A the whole time. Okay, I'm fine with that. Woojin's really good.
Yeah.
5th was Ong Sung-woo,
Oh.
23rd. He's my bias. He's
Oh, yeah, he's my
easily my bias in 101. I love him.
He's
so-
one of the few ones that stood out the entire show, I think.
Well, because from
originally
audition, because he
when
did
an unusual name and his
yeah, I think
performance
like his
yeah.
unusual name I think is really what got like because people know him as Sungwoo, they know him as Ong, like
Yeah, Ong, yeah, exactly.
Because-
That's how I know him.
because I like how I just call him Ong. So
Which company was he in? Was he?
He's Fantagio.
He was Fantagio. Okay.
So
yeah,
they
no one
have
was
to
happy.
they have to add him to Astro. They have to.
But he's
He's a lot older
Astro.
than
He's
him,
like
isn't he?
way older.
No,
Astro's like-
Astros in their 20s. Some of them
Really, they
yeah.
look like they're 12.
No, some of them are
Their
like 20.
concepts are very.
Some of them are
like,
21 and
fresh.
22, but
I like Astro a lot, actually.
but no, like they need to add Ong to like Fantagio needs to jump on the Ong train because they have to add
They
him.
might,
They would.
Either that or if
unless they
another
have something
boy group
a new
in the
boy
works.
group. Because they're doing a girl group this year, so.
Okay.
Might have another boy group
It's
by the end.
19 girls, right?
Yeah, teen girls.
Yeah.
But aren't they? That's just their pre-debut name,
That-
right?
Yeah, that's not the real name.
It's like their playlist girls, whatever.
Yeah.
exactly.
Number 4, Kim Jae-won, 22, went from B to B. He's their main vocal, easily their main vocal, and this is the first time anyone that was a independent trainee made it to the final.
Out of 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, or, I
Out
mean,
of 2 seasons.
yeah, out of 2 seasons. So that's crazy that
Speaking
he
of 19 girls, they do.
really what? Okay.
Sweet,
that'll
we
be
get
new.
them.
That'll be
card.
soon.
Okay, number 3, Dewi, 17, went from A to A. Because again, Dewi was lingering around that 11 to 14 spot, but that him getting announced really like shot him up to again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shot him up to 3rd. Number 2, Park Ji-hoon, Winky Boy, 19, went from C to B. Again, like that wink got him into the final group basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
And number 1, Daniel, 22, B to A.
Yep.
Okay, so I believe the company breakdown is 2 MMO, 2 Maru. Wait, no, 1 Maru, because actually no, one of the guys that was in Maru also got kicked out. No, 2 brand new music for because Woojin is also in brand new music, so it seemed pretty spread out. Okay, the 4 candidates for the 11th spot were Dongho, Ha Sung-woon, Kim Jong-un, and Jung Se-woon. And no Samuel, which was the biggest sort of story. Samuel, I believe, finished 18th.
Yep.
Like I said, he got pushed too early, I believe, or like everyone thought, okay, he's 5th, he's safe.
Yeah.
So it sucks, unfortunately. It ended up being last was Jonghyun, which I
Yeah,
don't
14th.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm actually happy, but sucks for them. But
Yeah.
It doesn't at the same time, because
Yeah, Dongho, and then Dongho was 13. And
Man, to ride that newest stream.
Sucks.
Pledis
He
is
was
probably
so
really
close.
fucking happy.
Because they
They're
don't-
like, sweet, we get to keep them, and we get newest and sell. We get to make money off them now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sewon was the bridesmaid. You got
12.
Wasn't there two? Like who was 12? Who was 12th left?
12th was tiny girl, high pitched voice.
Hunt. Hyeri was.
Hyeri, yeah.
Oh, Han Hyeri, you got.
Hyeri.
Yeah, he got Hyeri.
Yeah, it was between Yeonjung and Hyeri. I made it.
So yeah.
Which I.
Yeah, final initial ranking breakdown: 5 A's, 2 B's, 2 D's, and 2 F's.
Yep.
Which is a lot more it's a lot more bottom heavy than you'd think. Like I said, I did like a bit of a post-mortem. So some of the groups that are announcing comebacks, New West is going to come back as 4.
Yep.
Minus Songminyeon, obviously.
Yep.
And thankfully, before we recorded this, there was a lot of controversy regarding Dongho and a possible sexual assault scandal, which is a completely different story that we'll talk about some other time. But
yeah, it'll probably be a topic.
Yeah.
Long story short, it was bullshit. So
yeah, it was nonsense.
Yeah.
Weha's going to make a group out of they had 5 trainees. Unfortunately, none of them made it. Apparently, there might be a hidden 6th trainee. That's the brother of Fan Bingbing. He's the hidden card for Weha. What else? Kim Samuel is doing his solo. So I mean,
dude, I'm so surprised he didn't make it. Like I thought for sure.
I'm not surprised. I don't think
honest.
like
I thought
some
really
people.
Good. Well, I mean, those. I think he should have been in over some of those Fs, but.
Yeah, I can understand.
He's super talented.
He's really talented. He can choreograph. He can sing. He can dance.
Yeah.
And pretty fun kid. And I feel bad for him because it's the 3rd time he's failed to make.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't make 17.
Yep.
One Punch went by the wayside.
One Punch. No, it's just Punch.
Or Punch.
Yeah, One Punch is an anime.
No. There was originally a group called One. It was called One Punch. He was Punch. The other guy was named One.
Oh, I thought the whole thing was called Punch.
No, it was a duo, but the guy One, he got scouted by YG, so Punch. It was just he ended up being
so
him.
it's just him who's Punch.
Yeah. This is the 3rd time he's sort of failed to make
Korean Punchy.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I really feel bad for. My heart goes out to Kim Samuel because he just felt so much rejection at such a young age. So
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's getting us Brave Brothers are gonna probably ride the hype train. So
oh yeah.
They'll probably just do model him after I don't know Chris Brown type sort of, not the bad stuff.
That's probably what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
like J Park or something like that.
Yeah, like J Park type music
stuff.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Just suitable to 16-year-old.
Iwoo-jin returned to the East Light, which we already mentioned, and then most random one. Yu Hosung? I can't pronounce it.
Yu Hosung.
Hosung from FNC joined N Flying, which is a band.
N Flying. I liked when I listened to
FNC usually makes bands.
Yeah,
so.
FNC is a band.
But I mean, like
I've been listening.
Other than SF9 and AOA.
Well, AOA was
a band,
partially
but they're
banned.
not anymore. Yeah.
But I actually like N Flying from what I've heard.
But it was just you think he'd get added to like a dance group?
Yeah.
Like you think he'd get added to I don't know, like SF9. It'd be SF10.
SF10.
Yeah.
And then you did miss one thing. Hot Shot's coming back as 5.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's again once Sungwoon comes back, they're gonna be huge.
Yeah. Well, they have Taeyeon at least. So.
Yeah, no Taeyeon. I really wish he made it into the final group as well. But yeah, overall thoughts on this season.
It was good. Obviously, don't like it as much as last season.
Obviously, but
it's not IY, and
like I said,
okay. The problems with just this. It just wasn't.
I'm clearly the biggest fan out of all this.
Yeah,
because this is my group. Like this is I'm a 1-on-1 stand from day one. So
I thought it was fun to see like everybody's growth and all that. I think the only criticism I have is the episode length. Like it's exhausting to watch.
Yeah, it's very exhausting. I mean,
in Andrew's seat, it's not because I've watched season 1 3 or 4 times. Yeah. So
I mean, yeah, I guess
you just get into it so much that you don't even realize it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, but I mean,
24 hours.
This is the first time I've ever watched the variety show or survival show or that's this type of thing.
That's the other thing is I watch so many variety shows and most of them are hour. Running Man's hour and a half. Knowing Bros is an hour and a half. Most variety shows are hour and a half.
Those ones I can sit through because they're always funny the whole time.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I love the season. I'm gonna stand 101 so much.
You need to watch season 1.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch season 1.
And he's gonna stand IOI and he's gonna be like, why are they gone?
Yeah,
why are they
watching season 1 after IOI disbanded is just gonna be endless suffering.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you're gonna fall in love with a group that doesn't exist anymore.
Yep.
So I mean, I love this season. I hope that they come to KCON. They probably will come to KCON if 101's schedule doesn't end until December 2018. There's a good chance that they're gonna, because CJ's gonna ride this hype train into the ground.
I was at LA last year.
No, they were in Paris.
They were in LA.
They were in LA.
Or they were in LA and Paris.
Yeah, so they're 101's probably gonna get announced for LA soon, and then they're probably gonna next year's KCON and
Do you think what do they perform? Just Nayana?
No, we'll probably have a bunch of songs by then, because it'll be June 2018, which is almost the time that they'll be disbanding.
No, he means for LA.
Oh, for LA?
This year.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, no, they'll do stuff. They'll do like hands on.
Did they do those two the last song before they debuted for IOI?
Yeah, I think IOI. I think they did Dream Girl. And I think they did one.
Because I don't think
Cherry Blossom.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever remember like seeing them perform Crush. I don't know, but
they.
Okay, so then yeah, they'll probably just do Hands on Me and then Super Hot all the time.
And always they'll do always, because they definitely did one Cherry Blossom. 100% they performed that.
All right, speaking of KCON, we got to run over there right now because this went way longer than screw topic 1 and 2. This is just we'll make this the next episode, or this will be an entire episode just dedicated to Produce, and then I'll just upload the KCON reactions whenever, like sometime during the week.
Okay.
Because this
truly Daebak.
Because this is 1 hour. This is already a full episode already. 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Alright, just make it the Produce 101.
Yeah, this is the Produce 101 special. So forget about like topic 3 and 4. All right, so just close it.
Close it.
Alright, so thank you for watching. Subscribe and like and comment, all that stuff if you liked it. We need the support. We're really small. Check out audio links if you like that kind of stuff better than the video. Because YouTube makes it. Can't download videos unless you have Red, which is stupid.
I have YouTube Red. I love it.
Well, you just have to pay for
should
it
be
as
able
well.
to download.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. Watched it.
Yep.
Thank you to whoever suggested or requested this episode specifically. Shout outs to you. Yeah, goodbye.
I'm down.
Stay creamy.
Why?
What would you do if G-Dragon randomly walked up to you in the street and just gave you the bird?
So he does in New York City. Like, everyone's like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, like nobody knows who he is.
But there's a lot of people who do know who he is.
Just get punched
like...
in the face.
Yeah, probably.
So the next song